My students are under stress, and it takes a while because you get a new group of students, every year. I try to communicate to them, we are both human, and just building that relationship and that trust I find is so, so, so important. And just genuinely showing that you care. Not, let them know if you have a concern, if you have an issue, that's not something that you feel comfortable or necessarily have to say in front of the class. Pull me to the side. You can talk to me in private, confidentially, write me a note, because sometimes students don't know how to handle those situations. I normally have a good relationship with my students, which helps make everything else better. Academics, behavior, everything.
The way that I communicate to my students that my classroom is a safe environment, that I am a person that can absorb whatever they're going through or whatever they're feeling at that time, is by not passing judgment, no matter what. I teach middle school, 7th and 8th graders, and they're wonderful kids, but we all can sort of remember ourselves when we were in 7th and 8th grade and how little filters that we had. And if I were to have a reaction for everything that my middle schoolers said, they probably would eventually come to the conclusion that they have to watch what they say in front of me.
I'm able to communicate to my students that I'm a safe person just by being emotionally available. When they come to me in distress, not judging, hearing the full story. Sometimes it's just a matter of listening. Some people just want to get things off their chest. And then being an advocate for them when they leave out my room. They have some true concerns and some worries, and I want to be able to relay that to other people in the building. They may not understand that this student had a rough day. And so being able to relay that when they're in distress is super important.
In order to make my students believe or feel like I am a supportive person and that I'm in their corner, I first try to build a relationship with them just based on who they are, what their interests are. I try to get to know about their family, what they like, what they dislike, and I share a lot of myself with them also, because I think making myself open to them makes them feel more comfortable, and I think they get to know me on a more personal way.
I think right away, the way I hope, I'll say, that my students know that I'm a safe person to talk to is that I share my own experiences with them. I think some students, they just don't feel comfortable opening up to anyone. It's for whatever reason, that's not how it is. But then I also teach them that if I'm not that person, you can have someone in their classroom. It doesn't have to be an adult. It just has to be someone that you trust. And how do we build trust? Through relationships, through role playing, through my everyday giving them a greeting, giving them a farewell, asking them more specific questions than like, how was your day? Oh, you went to the park this weekend. What did your parents do? Or what did you do with grandma? And then also for me, I'm really big into lunch bunches. I think you only get to know your students so much inside the classroom, but it's in those unstructured activities where they really start to form those relationships.